Hello, all you die-hard Celtic fans. The atmosphere has been electric as we dive into another week of action, and the Hoops have just about scraped through a tricky encounter that might prove to be pivotal for the season. It wasn't the most polished performance you'll ever see from this squad, but in football, sometimes grit and determination count for as much as silky skills on the ball, and that's exactly what we witnessed against Falkirk. The team fought tooth and nail for every inch, showing a resilience that keeps this season alive in ways that weren't guaranteed when the campaign first kicked off. Martin O'Neill has been at the helm, and you can feel the impact he's had since stepping back into the dugout. There's a certain calm authority that comes with his presence, a kind of quiet command that instills belief even when the squad is struggling to play at their best. Watching Celtic today, it was clear that the lads weren't at peak performance, but they found a way to grind out the 3 points. And this might not have been pretty football, but it's results that matter, especially in a league where one slip can dramatically shift the table. Falkirk were well organised, moved the ball neatly, and posed some serious challenges, yet Celtic managed to navigate through without losing their footing entirely. If you rewind to previous seasons under Wilfried Nancy, games like this might have ended in disaster. Falkirk had opportunities to punish the Hoops, and there were moments when it genuinely looked like Celtic could be caught on the break. In the first half, our midfield struggled to control possession, and for long stretches, the ball barely seemed to settle in our hands. Liam Scales had to shoulder much of the defensive responsibility, standing tall against every counter, while our wide players found themselves starved of service thanks to Falkirk's disciplined setup. Speed on the wings has been an issue all season, and that deficiency was brutally exposed when the opposition moved swiftly in transition, forcing Celtic onto the back foot repeatedly. The second half offered a bit more hope. Celtic managed to settle, string together a few passes, and create moments that hinted at the quality lurking within the squad. There were passages where Falkirk gave the ball away carelessly, and you could sense the frustration building in their ranks, even though the support from the Celtic section was small. The roar at full time carried immense weight, a testament to the relief and pride felt by fans who had witnessed their team survive a stern test. Martin O'Neill's 9 wins from 10 game streak is no accident. It's a combination of tactical astuteness and the ability to motivate a squad that has its fair share of underperformers. Some players continue to disappoint, and the squad depth remains a concern. Belisha couldn't even make the matchday roster, and the attitude of certain squad members has raised eyebrows. You can see the contrast in commitment levels across the team, but there's also a core of players who clearly respond to O'Neill's presence. Callum McGregor has been pivotal in tying the midfield together, turning over possession at key moments and providing a spark when needed. Johnny Kenny, despite being young and relatively inexperienced, has shown flashes of promise, but the responsibility placed on him is immense, and it's clear Celtic will need reinforcements to truly compete for the title. The defensive solidity under O'Neill has been remarkable. Across 10 matches, the Hoops have conceded very few goals from open play, with most of the rare goals coming from set pieces or penalties. That kind of reliability at the back allows the team to survive when attacking moves fail to come off, which has been a lifeline given the ongoing issues in the forward line. Michael Schmeichel has produced a few crucial saves, reminding everyone that experience and composure in goal can make all the difference in tight games. The first half alone could have seen Celtic punished heavily, yet these moments were navigated with poise and focus, leaving the team with maximum points despite the performance being far from flawless. Looking ahead, the league is shaping up to be a three-way race. Hearts have shown remarkable resilience, winning even when reduced to 10 men, proving that confidence and belief can carry a team through adverse situations. Rangers remain a strong challenger, and Celtic must continue to seize points wherever possible. The next few fixtures will test each side in different ways. Hearts face a tricky sequence that will challenge their depth and stamina, while Celtic have opportunities to consolidate points at home against teams that, on paper, might be more forgiving. Yet nothing comes easy in this league, and every match carries the potential to swing momentum significantly. Transfers and squad strengthening are now front and centre in the discussion. O'Neill has openly acknowledged that Celtic need reinforcements, particularly a top-class striker capable of turning chances into goals. Young talents like Johnny Kenny can only shoulder so much responsibility, and it's clear that to mount a serious title challenge, new faces with quality and finishing ability must arrive. There have been murmurs around several prospective signings, including talented forwards from other leagues, and the hope is that the club can act decisively to fill these gaps before crucial fixtures arrive. Without this injection of quality, even O'Neill's tactical expertise and the current defensive stability might not be enough to carry Celtic to the top. In the meantime, the squad has to keep finding ways to win games even when performances aren't polished. This ability to grind out results could prove decisive at the end of the season, and the victory over Falkirk is an example of this mentality. It wasn't attractive football and opportunities were sparse, but the Hoops showed that persistence, discipline, and mental toughness can sometimes compensate for technical deficiencies. Players like McGregor and Scales stood out in moments where others faltered, and Schmeichel's critical saves ensured that Celtic walked away with all 3 points, highlighting the importance of experience and leadership in moments of pressure. It's also worth noting how critical these wins are for building momentum and belief within the squad. Confidence can be a fragile thing, particularly when the team has struggled in previous campaigns under different management. O'Neill's aura and tactical approach have instilled a renewed sense of purpose, and you can see it in the way the players respond, press collectively, and defend as a unit. Every victory reinforces this mindset, and while flaws remain, the underlying discipline and determination are beginning to shine through, making Celtic a tougher proposition for any opponent in the league. Finally, while attacking output continues to be a concern, the defensive framework has provided a solid platform to build upon. Celtic's ability to absorb pressure, withstand counterattacks, and secure narrow wins gives the team a fighting chance to remain in the title race. Strategic signings in the attacking department could transform the squad from a defensively solid unit into a genuine contender, capable of taking on Hearts, Rangers, and other challengers in the Scottish Premiership. Until then, every game is a battle, every point hard-earned, and every performance a mixture of hope, frustration, and occasional brilliance that keeps fans glued to their seats and invested in every kick of the ball. Picking up from where we left off, Celtic's season is shaping into a real test of character. Martin O'Neill has stitched together a squad that, on paper, might not look like league winners, yet they're producing results that defy expectations. Watching them against Falkirk, it was obvious that the players are learning to grind out points, even when performances are scrappy or the flow of the game isn't in their favor. It's a hard slog, and you could see the fatigue and frustration on the pitch at times, but the mentality has shifted, and that shift could be what defines this campaign. The midfield has been particularly interesting to observe. While not the most technically gifted, players like Callum McGregor are carrying the team in both leadership and vision. He's the player who stabilizes possession, initiates attacks, and ensures that even when the rest of the squad is scrambling, there's a structure to build on. That role has never been more important, especially against sides that are well-drilled, quick on the counter, and opportunistic in transition. Celtic's ability to absorb pressure in the first half, then push forward in spurts in the second, shows that O'Neill has instilled a sense of patience, something that was noticeably absent in previous seasons under different managers. The forward line remains a topic of concern, though. Celtic's current options up top aren't consistently delivering the threat needed to dominate games. Young players like Johnny Kenny show flashes of promise, but the reliance on inexperienced strikers in crucial matches exposes gaps that opponents can exploit. That's why the whispers around potential signings are crucial. A proven striker who can finish chances under pressure, link up with the midfield and stretch defenses is essential. If Celtic are to mount a serious title challenge without that injection of quality, grinding out wins will continue to be a theme, but there's a limit to how far scrappy victories can carry a team. Despite the concerns in attack, the defensive unit has been a revelation under O'Neill. Liam Scales and Trusty form a reliable partnership, reading the game well and organizing the backline with authority. Michael Schmeichel has made crucial interventions, sometimes in moments that could have completely shifted a match. His experience and composure have been invaluable, especially when facing sides that capitalize on defensive mistakes. It's a different kind of security than we've seen in previous seasons, a safety net that allows the rest of the squad to play with a bit more freedom, knowing the goal is protected. Celtic's upcoming fixtures will be decisive. Matches against Hearts, Rangers, and other top challengers are looming, and the squad must navigate these without dropping momentum. Hearts have shown they can win even when reduced to 10 men, and that kind of resilience makes them formidable opponents. Rangers, with their depth and experience, remain a constant threat. For Celtic, every point matters, and the ability to survive tough games while taking advantage of the opportunities they do create will be what keeps them in the title race. The squad's depth continues to be a talking point. Substitutes coming on late in games like Luke McGowan and others have struggled to make an impact, highlighting where reinforcements are needed. O'Neill is doing remarkable work with what he has, but even a manager of his caliber can only stretch limited resources so far. The club's leadership must recognize that quality signings aren't optional, they're a necessity. Without addressing gaps in attack and improving options on the wings, Celtic's title hopes could be undermined, despite the progress made under O'Neill. Fans, meanwhile, are becoming acutely aware of the difference leadership makes. The contrast between the current resilience and the struggles of previous seasons under Rodgers or Nancy is stark. The aura O'Neill brings commands respect, and the players are responding. That confidence is spreading, not just in the squad, but through the supporter base. Even when the Hoops don't perform beautifully, the sense that the team will fight to the final whistle reassures everyone that points can still be collected, even against tough opposition. Celtic's ability to adapt tactically has been another key development. The team has shown it can absorb pressure, adjust to opposition threats, and exploit moments of weakness. Falkirk's pace was a significant challenge, yet Celtic managed to neutralize it enough to secure a win. The Hoops may not dominate possession in every game, but they're becoming more efficient in utilizing what they do create. That efficiency, combined with a sturdy defense, forms the foundation of a campaign that could still surprise a few doubters looking at the league table. The race for the title is tighter than ever. Celtic, Hearts and Rangers are locked in a battle that will likely be decided over the next month or two. Every match feels like a six-pointer, and the mental toughness to grind out results under pressure is going to define the final standings. Hearts' confidence, particularly after winning despite numerical disadvantages, is a reminder that this season is anyone's for the taking. Celtic must maintain composure, continue to execute O'Neill's game plans, and integrate any new signings quickly to stay in the hunt. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. Shockwaves are rippling through Scottish football as whispers of Callum McGregor's imminent departure from Celtic have taken centre stage following an unexpected press conference earlier today. The captain, who has been synonymous with Celtic's midfield artistry for over a decade, appeared composed yet resolute as he addressed the media, hinting that his time at Parkhead may be drawing to a close. Though no destination was confirmed, sources close to the player suggest that top-flight clubs across Europe have already registered interest, sparking a frenzy among fans and pundits alike. McGregor's tenure at Celtic has been nothing short of iconic, a homegrown talent. He emerged from the club's youth ranks to become a talismanic figure, orchestrating play with an intelligence and vision that few in Scottish football can match. His ability to dictate the tempo, coupled with a knack for crucial goals and assists, has made him an irreplaceable presence on the pitch. It is this blend of loyalty and brilliance that makes the prospect of his exit so tantalizing and controversial. Speculation is mounting over where McGregor might ply his trade next. Clubs in the English Premier League have long admired his consistency, while whispers of interest from continental Europe, particularly Italy and Germany, have added an intriguing layer to the saga. Rumors suggest that a move abroad could be on the cards, a chance for McGregor to test himself in a new league before the twilight of his career. Equally, there are murmurings of a domestic switch, with a handful of Scottish sides reportedly considering a shock swoop for one of Celtic's most decorated players. Fans are divided. Some see this as the natural next step for a player of McGregor's caliber, craving fresh challenges and new experiences. Others fear a void at Celtic, questioning how the club might cope without their inspirational captain steering the midfield. Meanwhile, the club itself has remained tight-lipped, neither confirming nor denying any potential transfer, fueling speculation that negotiations could be quietly underway. One thing is certain: wherever Callum McGregor lands next, it will mark the end of an era at Celtic and the beginning of an exciting, unpredictable chapter in his career. Supporters are bracing themselves for announcements that could redefine the landscape of Scottish football this season, while pundits scramble to predict the next move of a player whose influence stretches far beyond the boundaries of the Parkhead pitch. As the saga unfolds, every rumour will be dissected, every hint scrutinized, and every fan will be watching, waiting for the next twist in what could become one of the most talked about transfers in recent memory. Hello, fan. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.